Thanks for keeping it here on One America News, folks. Well, the sad truth is we may never know the complete story, the God's honest truth about what went down on January 6th. Well, at least we won't get to the bottom, most of it anyway, with the Dems in control of the House and the White House. This is now the Pelosi-led Select January 6 Witch Hunt Committee is still sending out dozens of subpoenas to Trump allies and folks that were there that day. We know that they've interviewed or questioned about 500 people. But my question is, what about the videos, Auntie Nancy? What about the 14,000 hours, we're told, of videos from in and around the Capitol? Why can't the American public see that? What about any emails or correspondence you, the mayor of D.C., had with the National Guard, with the White House? Can we see those? Evidently not. Judicial Watch now reporting that Pelosi claims this thing called sovereign immunity in federal court to keep the emails, the transcripts, and yes, the videos secret. Like this is top secret stuff. Why? Why, Nancy? Judicial Watch has filed a lawsuit as Capitol Police refused to provide the videos and the emails to January 6th. Pelosi says the videos and emails that she has are not for public record. Really? You're out there claiming that thousands of Americans, many of them very patriotic, who were on the steps of the Capitol, and I say many because we know there were nefarious actors involved as well. You're claiming all of them are these big insurrectionists, seditionists, all this crap. Yet the videos that could very well and will prove what went down that day, you're saying the American public doesn't have a right to see them. This is complete and utter nonsense. How can we, the American people, know the truth if she's not willing to release this? The videos, the emails, the transcripts, let's see them. They want us to believe this was all started and orchestrated solely by MAGA supporters. Then release everything, Nancy, unless you have something to hide, right? President Judicial Watch, Tom Fitton here now to discuss with us their lawsuit and why he believes he's been in that swamp many years investigating and reporting on what these swamp rats do on a daily basis. Tom, welcome back. I mean, I don't have to be a political pundit. I don't have to have a collegiate degree from some Ivy League to say something stinks in Denmark. What are you hiding that the American people cannot see video of that day so we can see who broke the windows and stormed through, so we can see what the Capitol Police were doing while it was all unfolding? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, we're suing not under the Freedom of Information Act, which is the federal open records law that, we've used famously to get records about Clinton's emails and things like that. It's a law older than the Constitution itself. It's the common law right of public access to government documents. And the Pelosi House, in response to Pelosi Congress, says you can't have videos from the Capitol Hill Police. You can't have emails written by the Capitol Hill Police because we've got sovereign immunity. We haven't given you permission to sue us. And obviously, we say the law allows specifically suits under this. And then secondly, even if you do, this is really rich, they're not public records. And even if they are public records, the public interest in their disclosure doesn't outweigh the interest in keeping them secret for whatever reasons they want to keep it secret. So they're throwing everything at us but the kitchen sink. We'll see what the federal court rules in the end. But as you point out, Dan, this is allegedly the worst day in American history as far as some of the left are concerned.
Right.
Yet basic information about what happened that day, documentary evidence, is being withheld. They don't want to turn over 1 second of these videos to the American people under law here. And, at the same time, they're asserting this broad privilege to hide information from the American people while trying to jail American citizens who object to their really unprecedented subpoenas and attacks on the presidency and the First Amendment rights of American citizens.
Tom, I had a question. What about this sovereign immunity? Have you heard them invoke this before and use it when the press or the American people have demanded seeing something from our federal government? This is the first time I'm hearing of them claiming sovereign immunity so that the people can't see something.
We warned this was coming up because we asked for, remember when Schiff took those phone records, right? Of Rudy Giuliani and then published them. They asserted a broad power to investigate anyone and issue subpoenas with no court authorization. And then when we asked for the underlying subpoenas, again, they asserted sovereign immunity. So this isn't the first time, at least that Congress has asserted it under the Pelosi House, under the Pelosi Congress. And it's troubling in the sense that you've got Congress out of control, issuing subpoenas in the case of Schiff secretly, and in this case, trying to hide information about what its police department's up to. Think of all the transparency rules and accountability required of other law enforcement, other police departments. None of those basic rules, according to Nancy Pelosi, apply to her police force.
Wow. Last question then to you, Tom. A few seconds left. What can be done? I know you guys are doing the lawsuit. Are we going to get to the bottom of this? Will these videos and emails get released? How do we, the people, demand it and make it happen? Or are we going to have to wait till Republicans get in charge and see if they'll release them?
Well, we're not going to wait for Republicans because we don't think necessarily they'll release them either. I don't, I've been doing this too long to know the more things change, the more they remain the same, even from administration to administration and Congress to Congress. So hopefully the federal courts, which in our prior litigation recognized that this common law right of public access to government documents applies to documents in Congress. And it's not like we're asking for Nancy Pelosi's private emails. We want the police. We want information from the police and security video footage and emails within the police department and within their oversight body and with outside federal agencies about January 6th. I mean, they should be releasing this voluntarily.
I know. This seems like it's a reasonable request. You've got the country up in arms over this. You've got the mainstream media publicizing everything about all the people. You keep subpoenaing and questioning. You keep throwing daggers at people on the MAGA side, but yet you won't release everything so we can all see the truth and make our own decision. Tom Fenton, President, Judicial Watch. Keep the pressure on, will you, sir? We appreciate you.
We'll
Take care.